And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on this Tuesday evening, February 11th. Happy Pitchers and Catchers Day to everyone out there. One step closer to baseball, guys. Can't wait till baseball starts. I absolutely love this. This is the sport I absolutely love. So it's good to be back talking baseball, getting close to the beginning of the season. Ace Atheist. Hope all is well with you, my friend. I understand how you feel. Hope all is well. Hopefully, we bring some enjoyment to your life. Don't try to take it too serious. We like to have fun on here. What's up, Minx? Yes, I saw that, Mike. What's up, Robert? How's it going? It's going, man. Right on. I saw 6 in a row for the West Valley Vikings out there. Making a push to try to get into those playoffs. It's awesome. Yeah, I see people talking about what Kruko had to say about Bailey, how he was fat. Hey, calls it as he sees it, right? No sugarcoating. No sugarcoating. But if I was out here saying that Patrick Bailey is fat, then I'm going to get labeled as a hater, right? All right? Come on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If I sat there and said the same thing, I would be called a hater. What's up, Blue? Back from New Orleans at the Super Bowl. Yeah, I saw that. Clayton is back for another season for the Dodgers. Good. Hey, man, how was New Orleans? Pretty good, man. Did it treat you okay? I'm pretty sure you had a good time. Pretty sure you had a good time. Yeah, by the way, Glenn is just fine. Glenn is having some technical issues at the place he lives. The whole building's Wi-Fi is down. And he has already notified me that he'll come on later. If his internet comes up, he'll be back on. If not, then, well, hey, that's all good. I can take care of it. I got this, man. The Three Dogs. What's up? I'm a big Giants fan, but I have to say they're not looking good. What is up? The Three Dogs. Haven't seen you in the chat before. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. Everybody is welcome. Even Dodger fans. But all right, guys. Nothing more exciting than baseball. Robert, with that, sir, I agree. Oh, you know what? Hey, here? Let's do this. Hold on. This was actually pretty decent. This was pretty decent. We'll do this here real quick, guys. This is a little bit better than the stupid hype video, right? Let's take a look at this. If you guys want to get pumped up, here, let's get a little bit pumped up here. Take a look at that. I give that deserves an Eric approval. That is, I approve that message. See, there you go. That was way better than the hype video, right? That was way better than the hype video. That is Eric approved, guys. I could have done better, but I'm just saying that's better than what we saw. Okay, guys, real quick. Who was missing? Who was missing from that video? Huh? Who was missing? Anybody? Oh, I bet it was human. Mike's been following me on Twitter. He already knows. Where's the mentor, man? Where's the guy that's supposed to show these guys how to be big leaguers, man? LD. Come on. Where's the mentor? Lou, that was a freaking awesome photo, dude. That's an awesome freaking photo. Wow. Come on. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Roundtable. Hey, but it's better than the hype video. He's tired. He's taking a snooze. Come on. He's the mentor. He's supposed to show these young guys how to be a professional, guys. You know who I did see? I did see Logan Webb. I saw Robbie Ray. I saw Harrison. I saw Hicks. I saw Eric Miller, Doval. Saw one half of the Rogers brothers. Other half was shipped off. Few, I think, was it? I saw Win. I think one of those guys in there was Beck. Oh, no, man. I'm not going to be. No, man. Hey, he's supposed to be the mentor, Mike, right? I'm not going to let up on that. Come on. I'm not letting up. Why should I let up? Because that was the whole purpose of getting Verlander. That's all I kept hearing. The guy's going to be something, man. He's going to show these guys what to do. He's going to be the example, man. Come on. Come on, man. It's all good. Anyways, guys, let's get into this. This is going to be the first installment of some predictions. We're going to use the help of FanGraphs. We'll look at what FanGraphs is predicting them, and let's go. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what FanGraphs is saying, and then we'll. I tell you what. How about we do? We'll look at FanGraphs, and then we can sit there and just we could kick it around. Do you guys agree? Do you agree with the numbers that FanGraphs are putting out there? If anyone has looked at FanGraphs and specifically the zips, it's a little bit brutal. It's a little bit brutal, but hey, we could talk about it and see what you guys think. All right, again, we're going to start with the starting rotation, right? We're just going to talk about the starting rotation. I will also add, even though the starting rotation, this is who I'm going to consist it of. The thumbnail showed it all. Webb, Ray, Verlander, Hicks, and Harrison. But in addition with Harrison, we'll also throw Birdsong in there for the simple fact that he's probably going to be the next. He'll probably be the first man up if anything is going a little bit weird with the rotation. We'll look at a couple of things. Of course, we'll look at where they project innings pitched. Wins and losses, I could care less. We'll look at the ERA. We'll look at the WHIP. We'll look at the FIP. And just see what FanGraphs have to say about this. What's up, Gordo? That's a great rotation. What makes it okay? Okay, Robert. Before we get into it, tell me what makes it great. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, Robert. Talk to me. What makes this a great rotation? Why do you say it's great? What is your definition of great? No, Christian. He's got internet problems. What's up, Christian? I hope you're doing good, man. Talk to me, Robert. No, Robert. Robert, you said that's a great rotation. And then you said the youngsters have a year experience. Talk to me. What makes it great? Thanks, Ocean. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Go check out the Vince Russo show. You'll love that one too. What makes it great, Robert? What makes this a great rotation? More like D-shot. More like Syolds. Yeah, I get you. Each pitcher has great potential. No, but that doesn't mean, look. Great potential doesn't mean it's a great rotation. I'm just, look, come on, Robert. Come on. Be careful of what you say out there. You know, when you say great rotation, the way I interpret it is they're going to be like unbelievable in a good way. Our rotation, a lot of question marks. Young guys still need to step up. Ray off another injury. Our best is Webb, is a new dad. Again, it's a mystery. I would agree with that. Lou, we kind of talked about that yesterday when before we got off, and kind of talking a little bit what we're going to talk about today is there's a few question marks. Cretia, is it Cretia or Cretia? Just let me know. Just phonetically type it so I get it right. Top 3 rotation in the NL. Okay. Top 5 in the MLB. Oh, hold on. Great. Is that what you're saying? Kresha, are you saying that are you giving your definition of great, or is that what you're saying the Giants are? I think he might be saying, I don't think he's talking about what the Giants are. I think he's talking about what great would be. I'm guessing. Top 5 in MLB. Ooh, boy, that's a reach. That's a reach, man. All right. Let's get into this. Better not mess up on me. LA and someone. Here we go. Let's see what FanGraphs have to say. Again, we'll use the standard, then we get into the advanced, and we'll go one by one. The first one we're going to start off here, Logan Webb. They predicted 195 innings pitched, a 3.2 ERA, 164 strikeouts. That's pretty damn. FanGraphs is being pretty good on Logan Webb. Look at that, 3.22 ERA. That's really, in today's baseball, that is really good. Oh, get out of here. Damn thing there. Got to unzoom it. There. All right, let's look at his advanced. All right, K-rate. They say he's going to be about 20%. Base on balls, again, really good, 5.2. His whip, 1.1. Again, what is whip, guys? Walks and hits per inning pitched. Again, it's just how well the pitcher does in preventing base runners, right? So the lower the whip, the better the pitcher. Of course, the lower it is, the better. If you're sitting at like a 1.3, 1.2, okay. 1.1, you're doing fantastic. You want that low. Okay. Logan Webb's pretty good. His FIP, again, what is FIP again? Fielding independent of pitching. In other words, it's a pitcher who has most control over strikeouts, walks, hits by pitches, and home runs. It entirely removes on balls hit into the field of play. In other words, how well does the pitcher does his job? If I'm not mistaken, the MLB average is sitting at about 3. So he's just a tad above league average with his FIP. But again, he prevents base runners, again, because he gets a lot of those. His ground ball rate is absolutely out of this world, and that's what's helping him. Again, he's not a big strikeout pitcher per se, but he's gonna limit the base runners. So I like what I say. As you can see, he's not a strikeout pitcher. He's not even at an 8K per 9. So he's not known for strikeouts. But again, as FanGraphs is showing here, he's going to limit the amount of runs that are coming across the base. Now, talk to me, guys. Do you think that's a little bit optimistic for Logan Webb, or do you think maybe that's where it's going to be? What say you, chat? That's a little bit high. A little bit high, maybe? I think, if I'm not mistaken, here, we could take a look at it real quick. What is Logan Webb's career? Oh, gosh, come on. That's pretty damn good numbers, man. I didn't expect it to be that good. His career, he's a 3.4. 3.4 ERA. Last year, he had a 3.4. There you go. I don't think, has he ever had anything below? Yeah, 2022, below 3. He had a sub 3. Right at 3. 2023, 3.25. So it's right in there. It's right in there. Okay, let's think about this. Dodgers, D-backs, and Giants, says Crush. Has a decent rotation. San Diego has the look. Is it nails? No, I wouldn't say it's nails, but it's pretty good. I think Webb could get that. That seems pretty realistic, right? He's had times where he's had below a 3 and right at a 3. Webb has been consistent. Yeah, I would agree. David, you? Yeah, right? I'd say that's pretty consistent. Going to go out there, give you 195 innings. I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. They predict him to have, again, 13-9. I don't give a shit about the wins and losses. I really don't. But I like where his whip is. His FIP, it's right about league average. So that's nothing crazy. Again, I think that's reasonable. I could see that with Logan Webb. No doubt about it. His defense should be better. You got Willie Adames that's going to be at shortstop. I think he'll play a better defense, of course, than Luciano. He'll play a better defense than the way Crawford was playing towards the end of his career with San Francisco. Nick Ahmed could pick the ball, but he didn't have an arm worth of shit. So, yeah. And, of course, you got Matt Chapman, the reigning Gold Glover there at third base, so that's going to help. Second base, it could be a little bit weird. We'll see. We'll see how Fitzgerald pans out. First base, if I'm not mistaken, Lamont Wade Jr., his defense has improved at first base. It's not a train wreck at first base. We could say that, right? What? Verlander will be better than Webb? Kresha. Come on, man. Ooh, dude. Oh, no, man. Stop! I'm pumped for the youth this year, all around. As far as the rotation goes, I'm good with it. Depth and youth plus vets. Okay, we'll see. Ooh. San Jose Sharks. You going to stick around for the rest of the show? I'll get into it at the end. 100%. I'll get into that at the end. 100%. When we get towards the end of the show, San Jose Sharks, if you're around, I'll call you out or just remind me. Anyways, Verlander better than Webb? Dude, I don't see that. Do not see that. Okay. I will say FanGraphs spot on with Logan Webb. Why not? Can please call Farhan just fraud hand one time? I beg of you. Fraud hand. I've done better than that. Mr. Patel, he's a liar. I've said that many a times. He's a liar. I don't even want to. Hey, there's someone else that ruined this, even worse than fraud hand. And I talked about it yesterday. I'll talk about it again later. Larry Bear, instrumental in destroying this club. All right, here we go. Next one. We're gonna go in order. So Robbie Ray, let's see what they predict for Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray, they predict him have a 3.9 ERA, 108 innings pitched. I don't like that, but that's maybe where it is. He's gonna have 115 strikeouts with those 108 innings pitched. So there, he's just over a 9 K per 9, just over 9. I don't know. He's going to be the one giving up the most of the home runs for the staff. Predict again for a prediction. Let's see what the advanced stats say about Robbie Ray. There's his K per 9. Yeah, just like I said, just over 9. K rate 25%. Walk rate 7, a little bit higher. You want it a little bit better than that, but it could suffice. His whip 1.24. That's okay. It's okay, but his FIP, that's pretty high. You don't want it at 4. You don't want to see 4s in the FIP. You don't want to see 4s in the FIP, guys. You don't want to see 4s in the FIP. The events a pitcher has the most control over, such as strikeouts, walks, hit by pitches, and home runs. Got to be careful with Robbie Ray. He's always been notoriously a little bit wild, right? Talking about Robbie Ray, always been notoriously wild. Who's your favorite prospect left from the pool, that fraud? That's it. Patel? Eldridge. That's it. Robbie Ray, let's see. So we're saying Robbie Ray. Hold on, let's go back to get out of there. Let me go back to the standard. Again, they say he's going to be about a 4. That sounds about right. Right? But I would think he'd have more innings pitched. Would you guys agree? Would you say that Robbie Ray has more than 108 innings pitched? If he's the number 2, if he's your number 2, shouldn't he be closer to maybe 150? Right? Yeah, ace, right? That's what I'm saying. 108 doesn't seem right. I'm going to say that FanGraphs is off with the innings pitched. If he could stay healthy, right? That's what I was saying, Robert. I was thinking 150. That's where I would like to see it. If it's less than, if they're saying 108, you're correct, Patel. 108 is more like Hicks. Correct. If Ray is giving you 108 innings pitched, we're in deep doo-doo, especially as your number 2. There you go, Daniel. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. If you're a number 2, you need to be taking the ball every 5th damn day. No skipping, of course, with the exceptions of injury. You never know what can happen during the season. But his FIP, man, I don't like where his FIP is. His whip is okay. Who cares about money? He's 1.5 years off of Tommy John. He should be way more than 108. That's what I'm saying, senior. Yeah, I agree. There's no reason whatsoever that he should be sitting at 108. Can't complain when they spend extra. That's fair. That's fair. So I think FanGraphs, I think the ERA is there. I thought he was more of a strikeout pitcher. Hold on. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at Robbie Ray. What do they say he's going to be at? Oh, their predictions are way higher. 4.4. Let's see. Where do I want to be? Strikeouts. Where the hell are you? K percentage. He's at 29. He averages 29% strikeouts. 2024 last year he was at 33. Granted, it was a small sample. In Seattle, again, another small sample because he only pitched 3 innings, so I'm not going to count that. The last time he had a full season, 2022, 27%. In 2021, he had 32%. So I think that strikeout percentage is a little bit on the low side. I think, what did FanGraphs have him at? Thought they had him at 24. Get the freak out of here. K percentage. Yeah, see, they have him at 25. That's a little bit low. I think he's going to have more strikeouts. I think that FIP could come down a little bit. The FIP could come down a little bit. I think he might be maybe 3.5. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, Robbie Ray's a little bit wild. Just a little bit. All right, now the man of the hour, the mentor. Justin Verlander. They got him throwing 117 innings. That's about right. I'd say they're about spot on. Maybe it might be a little bit less than that. Baseball Prospectus say 103. Skaters. Every single baseball player, when they report to camp, always say they're in the best shape to date. Every single MLB player that has ever played the game that report to spring training, when they get in front of the camera, will always say, I'm in the best shape of my life. And then the season starts. And then you see what happens. It's always like that. You've had the whole offseason. Of course you're going to be in the best shape. Talk to me in July. Talk to me in July and then see where you're at. Okay. Verlander, 117 innings. Sure. Why not? I wish I could zoom that up, but it gives me weird stuff. They predict him as a 4 ERA. That ain't getting it done. Ain't getting it done for me. Again, according to FanGraphs. So, 117 innings pitched for Verlander. The mentor, a 4.1 ERA. Again, for the mentor. They got him at a 17% K rate, 7% walk rate. His whip is going to sit at 1.3, which is bad. And a FIP of 4.2, which is bad. They are not very high on Justin Verlander. Of course Verlander wouldn't concur, Robert, but we don't care about what he concurs or doesn't concur. It's what he's going to do. It's what he's going to do. So talk to me. Is Verlander, according to FanGraphs, is that reasonable or unreasonable? How old is Verlander? 42 years old, Mr. Garcia. 42. Thank you, Farrell. It's a literal meme. It is. It's always, they talk, that happens every single year at spring training. Skaters is high on everybody. It's like nobody is having a bad year whatsoever. Verlander is going to win a Cy Young. Harrison is going to win a Cy Young. Webb will win a Cy Young. Hicks, a Cy Young. We're going to have a rotation of 5 Cy Youngers. Okay, so Verlander, what do you guys think? Who cares? Hey, well, the Giants cared. The Giants cared enough to spend $15 million on Verlander. So the Giants must care because the Giants don't spend a whole lot of money. And for them to open up $15 for a 42-year-old pitcher, the Giants care. Okay, so again, are you guys, I think that's a bit brutal. I think that's a bit brutal for Verlander. Look, I'm not high on him, but I honestly don't see him being that bad. If he's that bad, if he is out there giving you a 4.1 ERA with only striking out at a 17% clip, because he's not known as a ground ball pitcher, right? So it's not like he's going to get a lot of outs with ground balls. Oh, man, and that whip, I don't like that whip. But I think it's a little bit high. I'd say he might be in the high 3s. 3.9, 3.8, somewhere around there. I would think that his K percentage here, let me look what his K percentage was the last couple of years. That seems awfully low, man, because he's primarily a strikeout pitcher, right? Last year's kind of doo-doo because of his injury. So let's see what we got here. What is his career? Strikeout K percentage. He's a career 24.5. Last year, 18. Year before that, he was 22. Ooh, I'll take that back. 2 teams. He was 21 combined. In 2022, he was at 27. So he's had a dip. He's had a dip. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. Let's go into this a little bit. Let's dive a little bit deeper in Verlander here. Get out of there. K percentage. All right. Let's start back in, let's go to 2018. Almost 35% K rate. 35% in 2019. 2020, whatever. 2021, didn't play, injured. 2022, took a dip, sitting closer to 28. 2023, took a further dip, sitting at 21.5. 2024, doesn't really count because he was banged up. 18%. I don't think he's going to be at, I would say closer to 20%, right? I would say closer to 20% for Verlander. Did you think he hits a 4? Come on, talk to me, guys. Does he hit a 4 ERA this year? Do you think he's high 3s or low 4s? Let me hear from you. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Verlander will be on the IL before the season starts. All right. Again, his K percentage is dropping. There is no doubt about it. Around 4, well, 5's more likely than 3s, says Jay Farrell. I say high 3s. Does he get into the 4s, though? Carter, does he get into the 4s? Turd says 5+. Verlander outpitches Kershaw. Do you see where we're going with that? Do you see where we're going with that? Robert says 3.6. Okay. Yeah, StatCast. You talking about the Baseball Savant? Or StatCast? They're both about the same, I think. If you're talking about Verlander competing against Kershaw, whew. Let's not forget Verlander. The Dodgers' Kershaw is not even in the rotation. Really? He's probably not going to be even in the rotation. If he is in the rotation, we're talking about a number 3 for the Giants and a number 6 for the Dodgers. Kresha 2.8. Okay, Kresha, you're trolling, Ned. You're trolling, buddy. You're trolling. Dodgers will have like 8 pitchers on the DL. That's possible. I believe Ray will have a 4 ERA before Verlander. Joshua, interesting. $42. Yeah, turd. Yeah. Verlander 11-6, 2.8. You're crazy. You are crazy. You're crazy. No, we would not. Kresha, no, we would not. No, dude. We would not be crying if the Dodgers got Verlander. There would be no crying. No, sir. Come on, man. Come on. I say he's in the high 3s. I could be wrong. I think the innings pitched is probably spot on, about 100, just over 100. Again, wins, losses, I could give a shit. I can give a shit. All right, let's get into Hicks. Oh, man. We'd be crying if the Dodgers got Verlander. Come on, man. Come on, man. Dude. Dude. Oh, yeah, where are we at? Oh, yeah, we're at Hicks. Jordan Hicks. Let's go to standard here. Hicks. They show him throwing 95 innings pitched. That's about right. They got him at a 4 ERA. We'll see. This one's going to be tough. Jordan Hicks one's going to be tough. The 95 innings pitched, kind of spot on. Advanced. What do they got Hicks? Wow, they got him less than 9 Ks per 9. 21% strikeout rate. Oh my goodness gracious. They got his whip at 1.4. That's awful. And a FIP at 4. Look at this. Do we have any freaking starting pitchers less than a freaking 4 other than Logan Webb? Logan Webb, 3. Verlander, 4. Kyle Harrison, we'll get to him next, 4. Robbie Ray, 4. Hicks, 4. Good God. Again, projections from FanGraphs. Man, okay, you know what? This is going to be tough. You think you have more in it? You think so? We'll see, Cryptic. It's possible. It's possible. I'll believe it when I see it. Let me see where Hicks is. I want to see what Hicks' numbers was as a starter. It's bad, right? We all know that. He's pretty damn bad. That experiment sucked. How is he going to perform this year? I think it's a question mark, to be honest with you. It's kind of hard to really tell. Let's see. Where is he at here? What was he at as a starter? As a starter, 4 ERA, 109 innings pitched. His FIP was 4. Whew. ERA plus 94. I don't know, man. I don't know. To be honest with you guys, I'm going to say Hicks is a question mark. He's only had a half a year of being a starter because the second half of the season last year, he got hurt, had to go to the freaking bullpen and didn't do anything in the bullpen. Almost blew out his shoulder. You say Hicks will be closer to 125 innings? Could be. Let's see. How many innings? He's pitched 109 last year. He might. Yeah, you might. You might be right, Robert. He might hit 125. But how effective will they be? How effective will he be in those 125 innings? I honestly, man, that one's going to be a tough one. The next one's going to be tough as well. The next one is going to be difficult, talking about Kyle Harrison again, because granted, in 2023, he came up towards the end of the season, right? Or no? Didn't he come up right after the All-Star break in 2023? Finished out the season and then had his first full season last year. %. Ibrahim, I talked about that last night. I tell you what, and who was it? Champ, 1717, I remember, had a great quote. As a matter of fact, what he was talking about this spring training about trading Jordan Hicks. I took it a step further and said, if the Giants are fumbling and bumbling at the trade deadline and Hicks is having a fantastic year, trade him in a heartbeat. Trade him. Yeah, I know, PK. Maybe later on this week. I had a lot of stuff going on up there. I get it. So again, Hicks, Ibrahim, I 100% agree with you. At the deadline, if the Giants are out of it and he's doing well, trade him. Don't be afraid. Just trade him. Cryptic MHC now. Yes, correct, Marcus. Yep. If he has to be part of a package, make him part of a package. But if they're out of it at the trade deadline, you got to look at, because again, his contract's fairly reasonable, right? Talking about Jordan Hicks. He could be a guy. I hate talking about that right now. It sucks. Let's see what happens. But Adi, what's up, man? I hope you're doing good, man. Hey, priorities, buddy. Good on you. Focus on that schoolwork, man. Hicks is electric when he's under control and he's not tired. Ocean, agreed. 100%. So Hicks is going to be kind of tough. All right. Hicks or Kyle Harrison. They project him at 117, a 4.2 ERA. But they got him at 119 strikeouts, so he's over 9 Ks per 9. That's pretty good. It's not bad. You want to be above that if you can. Advanced wise, again, we saw it. He's again a 1.2 whip isn't horrible. Getting close to 1.3. You're okay to 23% K rate, but that 8%, almost 9% base on balls, man. That's going to be his bugaboo right there. That's his bugaboo right there. You cannot be walking people, man. That's what's going to kill him. And I think that's why his whip is a little bit elevated, and also his FIP, because he might be giving up the long ball. That was something that he did a lot last year. He gave up the long ball. The diabetes is my concern. Hey, Cryptic, that's a good one. Forgot about that. He's type 1. Yeah. Yes, sir. That is really good. Yes, I forgot all about that. He has type 1 diabetes. That could be the issue. Again, Kyle Harrison, he's going to be tough to call because I don't know, man. How many pitches or how many innings did he go? But he also got a taste of half the season. 2023. How many innings did he pitch last year? Because they shut him down fairly early, I should say. Here, he threw 124 innings, 4.5 ERA, 4.3 FIP with a 1.3 whip. I don't know. We'll see what they do with him. Who are your top 5 in what order? For what? Top 5 of what? Projection for these starters? Oh, I'm giving it to you, Robert. I've been talking to you about it this whole time. It's going to be tough to judge on some of these guys. It's going to be tough. The only guy that you could really kind of hang your hat on right now is Logan Webb. And right? I mean, honestly, you got Logan Webb. I have no concerns about Logan Webb. Robbie Ray will, again, it's a bounce back. This is going to be his first full season after Tommy John. Question mark. Verlander coming back for the neck injury. Question mark. Jordan Hicks. I think he's going to have a fantastic beginning of the season. As the season wears on, I think he starts maybe tailing away. Maybe not as bad as it was last year. Again, he's just not used to doing this. I think Hicks is a question mark. Harrison. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. With the only one that I saw in there in FanGraphs was Logan Webb. That's the one that's probably the one that was the most spot on. I already picked the rotation. It's Webb, Ray, Verlander, Hicks, Harrison. Glenn is having issues with his internet at his apartment. The whole building's down. I was giving my opinion. I said Webb was pretty spot on with FanGraphs. It's pretty spot on. Yeah, thank you, Senior. I've been saying it this whole time I've been talking about it. I've been giving my opinion the entire time. We already know what yours is, Greg. We already know. Everyone's Cy Young. I get it. He has a phone, but it's not very good when you're on just your phone network. Robbie Ray. Yeah, that's the 5. That's who it's going to be. 100%. Birdsong may be able to pop in there, depending. I think Vince had a great point talking about maybe there's a competition between Harrison and Birdsong. I think that would be fantastic. I am reading from FanGraphs. I'm also giving my opinion. I'm talking about the whips and the fips, and I think they're too high or too low, or the innings pitched isn't right. Did you hear I gave a damn near dissertation on freaking Robbie Ray. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's going to be hard to judge where these guys are going to go because, again, Ray is going to have his first season back from injury. Verlander's coming back from an injury where he was absolutely horrendous last year. Harrison needs to show that he could go the whole freaking season because how can you judge a pitcher that hasn't gone an entire season yet? How can I judge Hicks who hasn't gone an entire season yet? There's too many question marks. I went on about Verlander. I said, Verlander, they project him to be at a 4. I think he's going to be in the high 3s. Did you hear me say that? I believe I did say that. If you go back in the beginning of the show when I started talking about it, yeah, that's what it's going to be. That's what's going to be. Well, okay. Do you want me? Oh, you want me to go? You want me to go rogue? Okay. Beck, Wynn, Roop, Jelly, and to round it out, it's going to be Birdsong. How about that? We already know who's going to be the top 5. Come on, man. Who else is it going to be? Is it going to be Mad Max? Is it going to be Mad Max? Come on, man. Which players in spring training are fighting for a job for the starting rotation? I think Birdsong and Harrison. I think those two are the ones that are going to be competing for that number 5. 100%. 100%. I think they're going to compete. Thanks to Vince for that. That was awesome. I want your picks. That's what they're going to be. That's what it's going to be. I'm not going to sit there and say shit that doesn't make sense. I want your picks, not I'm picking who I think the Giants are going to do. That's the point of this. That's the exercise here. That's who it's going to be. One of those guys are going to be in probably the bullpen. Probably. Maybe both are going to be in AAA. I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's going to be more competition to answer your question, Robert. I think there's going to be more competition in the bullpen than the starting rotation. Starting rotation, I think the competition is between Harrison and Birdsong. That's it. That's the competition. Webb, Ray, Verlander, and Hicks are your top 4. That's it. No. The Giants, they went and spent $15 million on Verlander to put him in the bullpen. That's exactly what the Giants did. They signed the mentor, Justin Verlander, to put him in the bullpen. Come on, man. Oh, my gosh. Heckmo! What's up, man? How much leash do they give Hicks in rotation? Man, the way it sounds like Buster Posey's giving him Wizenhunt. Wizenhunt's not coming up. Wizenhunt needs to spend a full year in AAA again. Has to. There's no room for him. If Wizenhunt gets called up in 2025, something's gone wrong. That's our top, Joshua. That's our top 4, man. Who else is it going to be? But how much lead? I think it sounds like Buster Posey's giving him quite a bit. So I don't know, Heckmo. And maybe they and God forbid if he gets injured, but I think they're rolling with him, man. I know, Paul. That's all this is. When you're doing predictions, that's all it is. It's just guessing. Period. Is it possible Doval becomes a closer? Sure. Sure. Ibrahim, FanGraphs needs a grit prediction or a projection. Roop has potential. He may fight for a spot in the bullpen. There's going to be a bunch of guys fighting for spots in the bullpen. I think the law, of course, you got Ryan Walker, Camilo Doval, Eric Miller, Tyler Rogers. Those four. Yeah, I know, Joshua. I know, Joshua. This is not going to be. Bullpen's decent. I like the state of the bullpen. Yeah, sleepy gaming. I agree, 100%. Ryan Walker, I think he's earned the spot to be the closer. He was freaking lights out last year. Fantastic. Yes, Ryan. It's Ryan Walker's job to lose, so to speak, there in for the 9th inning. The tribal chief. Look at you, PK, throwing out some wrestling lingo. Second lefty, flip a coin, man. Flip a coin. That's what that one's going to be about. Flip a damn coin. There you go, turd. Joey Lou, I don't give a shit. Look, I'm saying that to have fun and kid around, but so where's that $6 million going that we saved, guys? Where's that $6 million going? Yeah, well, nowhere. Nowhere, guys. That's going to be it, guys. So, okay. Let me do a poll here. Poll time. Okay. How do we want to do this? Let's see what we got. Can I fiddle this? Can I fiddle this? Maybe. Yeah, I think I might. Okay, here we go. How do you rate the current rotation? Webb, Ray, Verlander, Hicks, Harrison. Boom. All right. Polls out there, guys. Tell me what you think. Eric, you watch. I bet Joey Lou don't give a shit. Makes the team and pitches a significant amount of innings. Far worser. Yeah. What do we got here? Ethan Small? Well, maybe. Maybe. Yes, Daniel, I agree with Jelly. Jelly was really good. I think Jelly's going to be in the rotation. Not the rotation, but in the bullpen. He was a good both innings kind of guy, right? Long relief. I thought he did a damn good job. So that's 5. There you go. Now it's 5. So you got Walker, Duvall, Miller, Rogers, Jelly. That leaves what? 2 more spots? If I'm not mistaken, right? Are they probably going to go 4-man bitch? Do you think they do a 7-man bullpen? Think so, right? Isn't that the norm? 7? Or is it 8? Because it might just be 2 or 3 spots that we're talking about here. Rotation is better than the lineup, if I'm being honest. Ooh. Jelly needs to go. Why does Jelly need to go? Who's going to be a long man? I'm guessing Becker win. He had a pretty decent year last year. 3.9 ERA. That's not bad. 1.2 whip. A FIP of 3.6. That's It's not so bad. Threw you 80 innings. 75 strikeouts. Only 14 walks. He hardly walked anybody. Jelly did okay last year. Again, it's talking about last year only. His ground ball rate, 57. I want to get rid of him. I don't know if I would get rid of Jelly, man. Again, last year, K percentage sitting at 22. That's not too bad. Hard hit rate, it's only at 37. His line drive, 21. And look at that ground ball rate. Dude, that's absolutely ridiculous. Especially with the guy that you absolutely love in Willie Adames and Matt Chapman. You love those 2 guys. They're going to gobble the ball up, man. That's a guy that you want. Again, as long relief. I want to have him as a pitcher or as in the rotation. He could do maybe a spot start or something, but that's not bad. He had decent, again, through 80 innings last year. Jelly did okay. Yeah, Jesus, look at that. I agree with you, Jesus. One of the few times. What's up, Tom? That's one of the few times I agree with you. I thought Jelly was pretty good last year, man. Not too bad. I love the way his sinker plays, man. That sinker, he paints that either on the inside to a lefty or the outside to a righty, man. He's awesome. Oh, I know. And Ibrahim, I see what you're saying in relationship. Oh, you know. Oh. Let's talk about this, huh? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I don't know about being a starter. I will not agree with that. But since you guys are talking about Corbin Burnes, what Corbin Burnes told Torey Lovullo after he signed, you ready to win a shit ton of games? What a freaking miss that was, man. What a freaking miss. What a miss. What a freaking miss. What a freaking miss. Oh, no! Shit! Corbin Burns to the D-backs, guys. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! God! Corbin Burns to the D-backs. John Heyman. Oh, dang it, man. Oh,
I know,
no!
Joshua.
Opt out after 2 years.
Oh my God.
Migs.
I can't believe it, dude. Son of a bitch, dude.
There you go. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was so painful. And yes, Ibrahim. Burns is ours. That's bullshit, Greg. That's bullshit. Why was Willie Adames, why was Logan Webb actively trying to recruit Corbin Burns? No way. The Giants didn't pony up the damn money. Period. That's what it was. They did not offer the money that they should have. Period. No one's going to tell me otherwise. You don't have your two biggest stars of the San Francisco Giants actively recruiting a pitcher and then go out and totally whiff. It was a miss, period. And it sucked. Embrace the suck. Yes, Joshua. Turd. Gosh, dang it, man. Oh, well. What are we going to do? Hey, catchers and pitchers reported today. Let's see what happens. Hey, all we could do is just see how it plays out. Again, I think the rotation has quite a bit of question marks. It's hard to really pin what some of these guys are going to do, for the simple fact, again, two of these guys are coming back from injury. One of them is a young guy who hasn't finished an entire season yet. Another one is a guy who just got converted to a starter last year who hasn't finished an entire season. Oh man, it's got question marks. That's all I can say, man. That's the best I got. Question marks, man. I mean, does anyone, and that's part of it probably. Hindsight being 2020, maybe they should have taken the opt-out after 2. Right, Dan? If you think about it, what other club is going to go out there and give a 32-year-old $35 million a year? Maybe, maybe not. I would think the Giants had a good chance of holding on to him long term. If you gave him that $35 million AAV and you gave him those 6 years, that's going to be hard to say no, man. That's hard to say no to 4 years at $35 million a year. No, I never do a live show when I'm watching a game. Now, there's times maybe we'll come at the very end and we'll put game day on if we're catching like the last inning or something like that. Hicks will be in the bullpen. No, Kresha, Hicks is going to be a starter, man. Hicks is going to be a starter. He probably wanted to win now. Yeah, senior. No, I don't get pissed every day. I only get pissed at the end. I get pissed at the end. Because look, the game's not over until that last hour, right? Let me look. Oh, come on. This COTS, man. Sometimes it's okay. Here we go. They're the fourth. In the division. LA 394, San Diego 249, Arizona 215.3, San Francisco 215, and just like toilet paper coming up the rear, Colorado Rockies at about 145. There you go. There you go. Ask and you shall receive, Ibrahim. Burns is going to get lit up. He's declining. Where's he declining? Tell me where he's declining. Where is he declining? Where is he declining? Look at the numbers. Okay. 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 Can look at some numbers. You want to look at some numbers? We'll look at some numbers. Let's look at some numbers. Actually, let's go here. Let's look at some numbers. Hmm. 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 Let's look at some numbers here. Are either of those guys declining? Where's all I want? What do you think about what about these two guys? What do you think about this? Oh, a spin rate. Okay, yeah, gotta hang them up, man. Spin rate's gone to shit. How about these two guys? What do you think about these two guys? You think these two guys are decent? Okay. One guy has an ERA of 3.2. Another one has an ERA of 3.0. One has an ERA plus of 124. Another one has an ERA plus of 131. One of them has 529 strikeouts. The other one has 624. A 21 to 26% K rate. Guy on the right walks a little bit more than the guy on the left. Looks pretty decent to me, huh? Get him a dirt bike. Corbin Burns not too bad. That's over the last 3 years. The last 3 years, he was an all-star all 3 years. Declining. 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 Corbin Burns, ground ball rate. Even though his strikeout rate has dropped, ground ball rate is extremely great. Well, not extremely. It's pretty good. Almost 48% ground ball rate. Line drive rate, only 20%. Fly ball, it's sitting at 22. He's not going to be giving up the home. They hit it in the ground. Corbin Burns induces ground balls. The last time I saw, anytime you hit the ball on the ground, it's not going to go over the fence. That's the type of pitcher that he is. Period. Period. So where is he declining? And I don't want to hear a spin rate. The guy is good. I'll take the declining over the crap that we've been given. Corbin Burns is a good pitcher. He's right up there with Logan Webb. The strikeouts isn't everything. Do you like Logan Webb? Do you like Logan Webb? Logan Webb has a worse K percent. But do you like Logan Webb? He's good, but he did have some red flags that would have gotten him 300. I get that. No, absolutely. He's not going to get worse in Arizona. He's good, but he's going to get worse in Arizona. He's not going to get worse in Arizona. I'll tell you what, if you told me that he's a fly ball pitcher and he decided to go to Arizona, then I would agree with you. I would say, yep, he's going to get worse in Arizona, but he's not, because he's a ground ball pitcher. Again, if you hit the ball in the ground, it's not going to go over the fence. That's the type of pitcher he is. If a fly ball pitcher goes, he's a ground ball pitcher. The ball will not be going over the fence with Corbin Burns. He does not give up the home run ball. He is a ground ball pitcher. He is not a fly ball pitcher. The ball is going to stay on the ground. That's the type of pitcher he is. If you get a fly ball pitcher to go to Oracle Park, he's going to get lucky and be able to get out of a lot of situations, because it's forgiving being a fly ball pitcher in Oracle Park, right? If the fly ball pitcher goes to a place like New York Yankees, Philadelphia Phillies, Arizona, Colorado, you're going to get rocked. He is a ground ball pitcher. Ground ball pitcher doesn't care about what ballpark you play in. I'm telling you. He is a ground ball. It's not the air. It's the way he pitches. The air. Are you telling me the air is heavier in other ballparks and that's why it's ground ball? Are you going to tell me it's because of the air that they get ground balls? No. No, it's the way that they pitch. It has nothing to do with the air. With the air is if the ball gets airborne. Now he's going to get hurt or get burned. Okay, never mind. Going to get burned. He's not going to get burned. He's a ground ball pitcher. He's going to be just fine in Arizona. Trust me, he's going to be fine in Arizona. He would be fine in Colorado. Again, he's a ground ball pitcher. He's going to be fine. Corbin Burns is a damn good pitcher. And I got to warm up my coffee. Good God. Guys, I'll be right back. Oh, my God. Which one do I want to go? Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with this one. Be right back. Man, that was good damn timing. Woo! All right. All right, where are we going to go now? Where do you guys want to go? Want to stick on pitching? Not a whole lot of news out there. Not a whole lot of news. Only thing I saw, Roki Sasaki reported to camp, of course. Do we have anything else? No, not seeing any of that. No news on Bregman. Don't know where the hell Bregman's going to go. What about possible trades? You know, Sleepy. Oh, man. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. No, we don't have a P.O. box, Paul. But yeah, I do have a mailing address, but we don't have one for the quote unquote for the channel. No. Are you talking about email? If it's email, hey, it's easy. GiantSportsTalkLive@gmail.com. Oh, hold on. Let me look at the poll real quick. All right. How do you rate the current potential rotation of Webb, Ray, Verlander, Hicks, and Harrison? Great, 16%. Good, 29%. Meh, 42%. Shitty, 13%. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Bregman going to the Cubs. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Sleepy. I just don't see it, man. I've given up. I've given up. You know, when I started the off season here, the off season coverage, so to speak, I thought the Giants were going to make a couple of free agent moves and a trade. They got a couple of free agents and no trade. So, oh, right on, Paul. Freaking right on, dude. Where'd you get it? Where'd you find it? You didn't do anything illegal, did you? Do you think that's what it is, Tom? You think it's because of Johnson for the trades? I saw that. I saw that. You know what it sounded like they were doing, Turd? It sounds like they were mimicking what it's going to be like with fans and seeing how he reacts. Oh, you picked it up. Nice, Paul. Right on, dude. Sleepy. I love it. That's a good question. Wisenhunt's a little bit up there in age. I don't know. That's a good question, man. He needs to show something in AAA this year, right? And yes, he's got a devastating freaking changeup. Everyone talks about his changeup. I get it. But he's got to have more than just that changeup. He's got to be able to locate that fastball. He's got to have at least 3 pitches, right? I think they got pieces to trade, Rick. I'm not so down on them not being able to trade. I think the organization doesn't want to. Oh, Ibrahim, back to what you're saying. Man, I got off course. Let's take a look at this real quick. Check that out, man. There is your NL West on spending. Dodgers, Padres, D-backs, Giants, Colorado. What do you make of that there, Ibrahim? Fosse. Yeah, Wiz has to show something. He has to. Last year, he wasn't all that well. I mean, was it like a 5 ERA? No, granted, Pacific Coast League is tough. I get it. But still, you still got to go out there and execute, right? It's clear they want to compete on a budget. Yeah, that kind of sums it up, right, Joshua? Giants are 4th in their own division in spending. 12th in the entire MLB. What's up, DL? I'm actually kind of excited to watch the Giants. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, if you're excited, that's cool. I've already said I think they're going to be better than they were last year. I just don't think they're going to be a playoff team. I've been saying that for a while. What's going on, DL? Hope you're having a good night, dude. Daniel, that's some bullshit. The Bay Area is the biggest region with one team, and we're 4th in payroll. Hey, yeah, good. That's a great point, right? That's a great point. I have no answers other than this is what the Giants are doing, man. all I can do is throw my hands up. Rising tides lift all boats. We would be better. But look at all the aces that landed in the division. Sasaki, Snell, Burns, and other key bats. Yeah, you're right. That's correct. And you're absolutely right. Not only have the Giants are going to be a little bit better, but so is the rest of the damn NL West, with the exception of the Rockies. I don't believe that so much. San Jose, you know what I think that seems to be like, honestly? An excuse. It's an easy excuse rather than going out there and just saying what's the truth. What is the truth? Is it really the taxes? Is it really the taxes? Or is that just something easy to latch onto to sit there and say, this is why the team that I root for can't get a player? Let's be honest. It's the Giants just don't want to pay the money. And look, is it possible that players don't want to come here? Yes, absolutely. But is it because of the taxes? No, I'm not going to sit there and say that it's the taxes. They're getting paid these people got lawyers, they got accountants that know exactly what to do with said taxes. Come on, let's be real here. These guys are getting paid in some cases hundreds of millions of dollars. As Senior says, it doesn't affect the Niners and the Warriors. DL, all right, there you go. Some positivity. He's excited about seeing Matos, Ramos, and Fitz having a big season. The Giants are going to have to rely on them. Not necessarily Matos. I would love to see Matos. I don't know, man. I want to see Matos. I just don't know what their play is with Matos. Ramos, Fitz, they got to go out there. They got to produce, man. And then, hey, we might see Eldridge towards the end of the season. Kyle, man. Exactly, dude. I know, man. All you can do is toss your hands up. I look. Do I enjoy coming on here and talking this way? No. And to be honest with you, when I was talking about the projections, I wasn't really shitting. Just kind of talking about my FanGraphs and then gave my own opinion of what I thought FanGraphs were saying about the said pitchers. But there's a lot of question marks. Ooh, that's a great question, man. Does anyone know how many more options Matos has? That's a great question, man. I totally forgot all about that. If someone could go out there and do some homework for me, appreciate it. How many more options does Matos have? I thought he had more than that. One? No. One? He's got one left? Come on. Seriously. Seriously. He has one option left. Oh, fuck. What's up, Val? Are you serious? Serious? Does Matos only have one option? Come on, guys. Verify that for me, please. Verify that. Dan, just trust Larry Bear. This is a 95 win team. I'm not worried at all because Larry has never let us down. I believe in Larry Bear. If you believe the word I said, I have oceanfront property for Arizona, in Arizona. No. No, no, no. No way. PMG. The opposite of what President Reagan said. Yeah. No, you get 5 options. I thought there was 5. You get 5 options, right? That Matos is down to 1 option. Dan, do you know about that by chance? Dude. We just went over the starting rotation, Val. According to FanGraphs, kind of give my own opinion on what I thought about him. Serious? How do I find that? Hold on. I'm in FanGraphs right now. How the hell do you find this shit? Hold on. Maybe I look up the individual player? Amateur. Here we go. What do we got here? Where the hell does it show? Holy crap. They got so much shit in here. He used 4 in the last 2 years. Hold on. I think I'm getting it. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you? Luciano's down to. Roster resources. Holy crap. There's too much shit here. There we are. Hold on. Where the hell did they even have him? Holy shit. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I'm looking right at it. Unbelievable. This is just one option left. %. Yep, Daniel. 100%. They're going to both be in AAA. They're not going to be on the roster. Matos and Luciano are not going to be on the freaking roster. This is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Giants roster management, nothing like it. Yes, because Farhan plugged 90% of holes with up and down horse shit, and now Posey made a bad move to Chapman. It's absolutely incredible. I don't even know, man. I'm just. You can't even do anything with these guys. I never knew he was down to freaking one option. Guess it's the same with Luciano as well. Oh yeah. I guess I should look up Casey Schmidt. Is he even on here? They don't even wait, hold on. Where the frick is he? There's Casey Schmidt. One option. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? Casey Schmidt, one option. Marco Luciano, one option. Oh my God, dude. Seriously. Oh man, this is so bad. Now look, is Casey Schmidt like a big guy? No, I'm not saying he is, but you can't do nothing. You got no depth. Because once you call them up, they got to stay on the roster. Once you call them, that's right. If you're on the roster, that you only option them one more time. That's it. You're done. And then if you get injuries, guess what? You're up a creek. This is just unbelievable. I never knew this. Oh my gosh, man. They got Lamb and Masabi. They'll be okay. Yeah, that's the best thing to do is to trade them. Let me ask a question. when they get traded to another club, are they still only with one option? Are they only stuck with that one option? Because they might lose value. Because if they draft, if they trade them, they only have that one option, and then they gotta see. Because now what you've done now is you've devalued them, because now they don't have the option to option them a couple of times at least. So if you trade them, they pretty much have to be ready to go. Because of that one option. Are you sure it reset? I don't know, man. Holy shit. That's true, Joshua. You know, Ibrahim, I don't know why I never thought about that. What's up, Morcana? What about Jelly? Let me look at Jelly. One option for Jelly. One option for Randy Rodriguez. Oh, man. One option for Jelly, one option for Randy Rodriguez. So they have the same options no matter where they go. See? His internet's down at his building. Nobody in his entire building has the internet right now. Zero options for VR. I didn't even look at the VR and where the hell are they? Encarnacion, zero options. One that you said? Who do you say? Oh, VR. VR, I could care less. I don't care about VR. This is nuts. Talk about having absolutely no. The depth is not quite there as like I thought it would be. Then again, it was really not there in the first place, was it? There you go. That means all three have to make the team in 26 or be like Joey Bart. I think the option are for the whole year. If the player spends 20 days in the minors, he loses an option. It's 5, Mark. I believe it's 5. This is absolutely disgusting, man. It's 3 options. I just read that. Each options is 1 year. Correct, Mark. Graham, you're onto something. Holy crap. I don't understand this. What has happened? Giants baseball, we got no options. Holy crap, dude. Does anyone want to pop on for a minute? I'll throw out the link. I'm just totally just. This is incredible. Didn't show. Makes me wonder. I don't think they look at that though. All right, right on. Dilly coming in. Dilly, what's up, man?
What's up?
Is this crazy? Are you seeing what I'm seeing with this stuff? I totally neglected the whole option side of the business with these young guys.
Yeah, I mean, it checks out, right? It's one of those things that flies under the radar. It makes sense because they jacked them up and down all year long.
Yes,
year,
because of Farhan.
Yeah, so. And I think Farhan had everything to do with that. I think that, well, he does have everything to do with that.
He does.
So that's all on him. So, I mean, you might get your wish. You might get your wish of all these dudes getting traded away.
They might be.
Because they'll get called up once and then that's it.
And that's it, dude. You're done.
Sink or swim.
Yeah, you want to talk about mismanaging your youth. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be Yazzle. There ain't going to be a platoon. You can't afford the platoon.
No, you can't. You can't hold that many dudes to platoon. And then you've basically run out of your, well, let's see if he works out kind of play.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't stick Matos, or you can't stick, well, I guess you can't stick him either. I was going to say you can't stick like Schmidt if someone gets hurt. No. You can't just plug him in.
You can't just plug him in. He'll have to stay on the roster the whole year.
Yep.
Oh, so my
it gets a little weird.
Gosh, man. They had, I mean, obviously weird. They knew this. Why didn't they just trade these guys? I mean, but the problem is you lose value because then the club that's receiving them understand they only got freaking one option.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about a screw job? Do you know about wrestling? Do you a little bit?
Sure.
No, okay, whatever. If you ever heard of the Montreal screw job, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about the Montreal screw. It's when Bret Hart got screwed out of the title. But anyways, holy crap! How can you do that? How did Farhan get away with that?
I don't know, but it's unfortunate to say the least.
It is
that
because
regard.
The biggest one out of all that was Mato. That's the biggest guy. Schmidt, to a certain extent, is probably the second biggest factor because he is your infield depth. Now you really don't. The only infield depth you have now is that's why they got Basabi. That's why they went out and got Basabi.
Yeah, you know what? That does check out. That makes a lot of sense.
Right? That's the reason we're sitting there shitting on Basabi for the simple fact because the Giants had no other freaking option. Listen to me. They had no other option. You want to talk about a pun. They had no other option but to go out there and get another guy in Basabi because they can't afford to have freaking Schmidt on the roster.
Yeah, or if they want to like let him cook in AAA and like really work on his bat and all that kind of stuff, and then use that one, give him his shot, like legitimate shot. If that's in their cards, they can use the other dude.
Yeah,
more like they can jack him back and forth all over the place because he'll have more options, and they don't really care that much if he runs out. Just cut him loose.
You just cut him loose.
Exactly.
he's
And then-
basically
And you
the
also
depth
got Jelly. He also has one option.
yeah, and I'm less worried about
I'm
that.
not worried about him. I think he's pretty secure in a spot.
Yeah,
I think.
he's a head case. I know you like him a lot, but he's a total head case. I think.
Fair. Okay.
I think last year was about as good as Hijeli you're gonna get.
Okay. He was pretty good
but-
last year. He was okay.
Yeah,
you know,
he had stretches where he was fantastic, and I think when he's pitching fast, not in terms of velocity, but like gets the ball and then here I go to home plate, like he's pitching quick tempo. I think that's when he does the best.
Yep.
But I think also he might have been a little over pitched last year. I can't remember how many innings he pitched, but I feel like he might have been a little stretched. But regardless, I think last year was about the best year he's had, or the best showing that he's had. He had times where he was fantastic, and then he had other times where it was like, all right, dude, what are we doing? What's going on here? Like where's the prime Hijeli at?
I'm looking at what people are saying. I see Dan says a player can be optioned to the minors as many times as the parent club wants to during the option years. However, a player can be optioned 5 times per season. However, okay. So what's this mean? What's the difference between that option and is that something totally different? I'm trying to figure this out. Here, let's bring in Kyle real quick. I know he likes this stuff. He likes this. All right, there he is.
Dilly.
What's up? So what is this deal then? I'm trying to figure out.
Heard, what Dan said. So
what's those options mean then?
It's three options overall, but I think you can get option back 5 times per season, right? Am I right on that?
Then what's those options mean? Okay, I want to make sure I don't want to freaking screw this shit up. So what is that? Then what does it mean when I'm looking?
I think is it 3 option years, and within those 3 years you can be optioned up and down 5 times a season.
Gotcha.
That's what I said. Yeah. So
yeah,
okay,
that makes sense.
So this is their last year then.
That's what I'm saying. So it's almost like you get 15 overall, right? But it's within a 3-year window.
Okay, so this is it then.
So they can jack them around all they want.
They could jack them around 5 times this year, but this is the last year for Matos, Luciano, Wisely, and Jelly.
Okay, well then we can reel it back in a little bit.
We can reel it back in a little bit now. Now I don't have to freaking start losing my shit.
Well, I'm gonna sling it back out into the ocean right here. I don't know the answer. They got agents, right? If I was one of those players, because Farhan up and down, he did the draft, screwed his own draft by all of his other players he's getting that are running his data off major leaguers and not minor leaguers because he's trying to fish to the bottom of the bucket. I was going with that. They have agents, so I would be like, hey, is it possible? I know the Giants kind of own you. You're under contract, but could you be like, hey, look, talk to the A's. I'm out. I want to go a little bit north, or the Mariners or the White Sox. We're like, oh yeah, we'd have interest in Casey Schmidt. He can play for sure. Like we can give him like a season. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the Mariners
request a trade.
There's multiple teams where we're like, hey, get me out of here. Like I'm so devalued. Like I want to go to the bottom 5, 6 clubs and be like, I want to play every day, take my lumps in the majors, and be like, I'm dead in the water with the Giants. I got screwed.
Right. Well, this is the last year. This is it. Because after next year, then I'm guessing next year they have to stay with the club. Otherwise, they get released. Is that how that works?
Yeah, there's got to be something where you're not like your career's over. I mean, there's got to be
not career over, but I think that I think you got to stay up on the club, or otherwise you have to get. Do you have to go on? I don't know. How does that work? I don't know. I don't know enough about that to even give an intelligent.
You might just be a
AAA.
Oh, you do? Okay, so they have
They have to be up all year. Otherwise, you have to either trade them or they go on waivers, right? Is that it? I think that's what Dan, because that's, I think, what I said. I can't remember what I said, Dan.
Maybe they're DA'd. They're just for assignment. Like, we're done with you. I don't know. I don't know.
Weird.
Farhan screwed this so badly. We're all learning new shit.
I tell you what, though.
There you go.
I tell you what, though. And I talked about this last night. You tell me, guys. Or you sign them. Okay, got it. You either sign them or you release them.
Right.
They can't be sent down without going through waivers. There you go. They have to. There you go. Exactly. They have to stay on the 26-man next year. Otherwise, they have to go to waivers. And then someone's going to pick up Matos. Someone's going to pick up probably Casey Schmidt.
And the only way they could play a ton, unfortunately, you don't want that, is if someone blew an ACL or broke their leg and they're like, you're up, you're playing.
I talked about this last night, guys, and you tell me if I'm off. Yes, Farhan is to blame for this.
100%.
But who hired Farhan? Who went out there and said, we want Farhan? Who was the man in charge? You know who I'm talking about. The guy who was glowing over him. The guy who thought he was committing a coup and trying to get, we're pulling a guy away from the Dodgers. It was Larry Baer, right? Larry Baer is the guy that went out there and recruited Farhan Zaidi, right? That's his first mistake. Second mistake. Yeah. He was the man, right? Wasn't he the man? He was pretty much the man as far as getting deals done. Granted, you still had to go through ownership, but he was the guy that was instrumental in getting some of these players because he was the quote unquote CEO of the Giants. And then he had that incident, right? I know, Kyle, you know about that incident. It was your friend that recorded it, right?
Yeah. Of all people. Isn't that weird? Anyways.
And then what happened when that incident happened?
It was swept under
Greg
the rug.
Johnson.
He got quiet. Greg Johnson
Greg Johnson had to take over the reins.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it really hasn't been the same, has it? So Larry Baer,
stagnation.
It's been stagnation. So you got Larry Baer, who's made two bad decisions. One, having a public
incident with his wife.
Second, he's the one that went out there and got Farhan Zaidi. And here's the thing. Did the Giants look? I understand hindsight's 2020, but at that point in time when they hired Farhan Zaidi in 2018, after the 2018 season, the Giants were only 4 years removed from the World Series. Were they that much in shambles where they had to go get someone like Farhan? I mean, they were bad. Don't get me wrong.
In all fairness, they were bad.
That's fair.
Like it got bad.
Now,
like bad compared to what it is now, and we think
that's what I was just gonna say. Right.
Like,
I mean,
now is heaven on earth compared to that bad.
Right. Okay, that's fair. But again, this guy, man.
I mean, once Bumgarner was gone, Posey was going to play his whole career there or not. He already quit, we think, early, but he said he was pretty busted up. They should have gotten rid of the rest of the squad. Crawford was still doing pretty good. Bell, they should have got rid of everybody, kept Posey around. Let's start it right now. Instead, they held on for another, year, 2 years. And then they had that big aberration. And it was like, we're going to keep it rolling. And that ruined everything. They should have been like, okay, like these guys are old. We're done. We're moving on. But we took the emo method and we're going to keep them all around. And just, they had the aberration year. And it's been, pretty much worthless the entire time. I mean, we've all looked at it. Okay, take out the 107 season. It's been like, we're 500. We're boring and dull.
Either at or below 500.
Or below. Yeah. It's just like,
what they've seemed to have done is like they're not good at pulling the plug just a little bit too early. That's what you need to do. You need to Bill Belichick or like the Patriots with Brady. Basically, you need to just pull the plug a little bit too early. Let your older aging whatevers go. Okay, fine. They had a good season wherever they went, but then the season after that they sucked. And then that's when it tapers off. That's what they did with Bumgarner. They pulled the plug on him. Yeah. His last year in San Francisco was fine.
He did have the shoulder, but I agree. But he had the shoulder from the dirt bike.
And then he went and sucked for the Diamondbacks so much so that they just said, you know what, we're just gonna let you go. You're hurting us more than you're benefiting us, and just ate that contract, which is ridiculous. But that's what they needed to have done. And same with Farhan. I think that they waited too long to get rid of him. Like
They sure
they
did, man.
were just trying their hardest to save face and be like, we'll give you just one more chance. Like, you needed to pull the plug. Like, maybe not the season after the 2021 season, but the season after that, 2023, Farhan should have been gone. Like, he should not have been with the team after that.
I think they started listening to the public opinion. It got so bad where it was like, all right, we gotta go. So we're out. And I hope they're not using Posey. I feel like they wouldn't. But
Gosh, I know.
like, hey, this is done. This guy's like the new face, like. But here's the other thing I'm gonna hit on too. Like, I agree, Dilly, but one thing you didn't talk about is they weren't hitting in the draft well at all. And now I feel like Farhan, there's some decent draft picks. But guess what? He wrecked it all with his stupid maneuvers constantly. So all the draft was destroyed by you. You got him and you destroyed it. You're an idiot. And so, not to change sports topics, but like, look at the 49ers right now. Look at all the guys they've held on to. And they blew 3 drafts. Now what? So all their talent's aging out and they screwed up the draft. It's kind of the same thing. So
yeah, and the thing is, would you and Dilly, let me ask you this too. Was Farhan as bad in the draft as we think he is, or is it just?
I think that his successes are coming to fruition. Like now, like if you, because with the draft, it's the same thing. We won't know if Posey's good at drafting anyone until like 3 or 4 or 5 years from now. So it's like it doesn't make a difference. So all of the fruits of his labor in that regard should be butting their heads right now. So like dudes like Bailey, or did they even draft Bailey, or was that previous?
Yeah,
that was his first draft. That was Farhan's first draft.
Yeah. There you go. Bailey, Eldritch, all these dudes who are like supposed to be top dogs are going to start poking their heads out one way or another, and we'll just have to see at that point. Tibbs. But like, if what I'm hoping happens is that those guys hit and are good, but we don't have Farhan anymore, so he's not going to jack them around all over the place. So we'll actually be able to get them to be developed properly, and their options aren't going to be all screwed up and yada yada yada, so on and so forth.
I think in 2 years we'll know how good Farhan's drafts were, because he might not be as bad.
Because remember, his first draft was in 2019. So those guys,
they're trickling in.
They're trickling. Yeah, Bailey, I guess. Harrison was up there. I think, wasn't he 2020? I think it was in
like that. I can't remember. I'll be
we
honest,
don't know.
I don't pay attention much to the draft years and such like that. Like I think the first time I remember actually having the draft like pulled up somewhere was for Eldritch. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. 2-way player, big ass dude. Obviously not a 2-way player anymore, but like that was the first time I remember actually paying attention to it. Because usually it's like I just want to see them when they show up.
Right.
How old Song and Wizenhunt?
He's older. I think he's 24, 25, and he's kind of getting up there. As far as baseball or MLB age is concerned, you're kind of getting up there. Once you start hitting 25, you're getting a little bit old. I think
to have not debuted yet.
Right. Correct. Let me see. I'm almost positive. I think he's 24.
I will say with a lot of pitchers and stuff like that, and I like to use Zach Wheeler as a case study, is they can, 24. They don't always happen, but they can age like fine wine. Like
yes, there are some.
Wheeler was sketchy and then turned into Wheeler later, like
5 years after we traded him.
Yeah, quote unquote, in his older age. And same with oh man, what was it? Wheeler was a good one. There was another guy, and I'm
Zach Wheeler,
But yeah, they can age like Flaherty. Flaherty to an extent was the same way. He's obviously however old he is now, and just came off of a career season, and was supposed to be this top prospect and all this kind of stuff, and then just like between injuries and just not pitching well, kind of was sketchy throughout the beginning of his career. But maybe he's turning the hill, or getting over that hump.
He right. Wizenhunt has to show something this year in AAA. He has to.
He needs command. He needs
That's
to figure out how to throw strikes, because the difference between him and Harrison is Harrison's effectively wild and Wizenhunt is just
Is not.
wild.
Right.
So it's just but the thing is with Harrison is he relied on his fastball. That was his pitch.
Right.
How about
And
we just get a guy
Wizenhunt's
who has a
changeup.
fastball and a Wizenhunt changeup? How about that?
Changeup, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there
like
you go.
And isn't he only like a 2-pitch guy? Like they're trying to have him
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
third pitch, Wizenhunt. He's like
That's
a
the
fastball
problem.
changeup guy, but known for his changeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
Correct.
essentially, think the way I like to look at him, and it's because it's my favorite pitch in the whole wide world, is he's basically a knuckleballer, but sans knuckleball plus a changeup. Because that's basically what a knuckleballer does. You throw an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, but then you come and drop the hammer with a 72-mile-an-hour knuckleball. It's like Wizenhunt's
Right.
knuckleball is his changeup.
Correct.
yeah. I mean, you can get away with being a fastball slider, fastball changeup guy in the bigs. You totally can. But guess what? Your command is like, I'm going to spot this
Yeah.
ball 95% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the whole
Yep.
league knows this guy only has 2 pitches and you're striking guys out,
They're gonna
then
spit
you're
on it.
damn good. Then you're damn
Exactly.
good. Like, other than that, you probably need 3 minimum, if not 4, to survive in the bigs. You know?
Right.
Absolutely.
Dilly, let me
Otherwise-
ask you a question about this, because today we were talking about the predictions for the starting
Yeah.
rotation. I was using FanGraphs as a baseline to go off it, and I thought whether it was off or on. Would you agree? Is there a lot of question marks in this rotation?
Absolutely. There's all kinds of question marks, but a lot of them are good question marks to have. Because the good thing about a question mark is that it can go both ways.
It could go both ways. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Obviously, you prefer it to like be a situation where it's like there is not a question mark. These are just good pitchers. Period. Like that's ideal every time.
Right.
But a
Right.
question mark doesn't mean necessarily doom and gloom. I will say, earlier when you were going through all that, I completely agree with you that I feel like I don't think Verlander is going to be like just like he forgot how to pitch this year.
Yeah. The
Like,
floor seemed a bit. I could
felt
see
like that's
high
aggressive.
threes. Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Yeah, and
I
the
think,
strikeout percentage is, I was like 17%
Yeah,
is way
I
too low.
don't-
That doesn't seem.
I think
it's going
he's gonna
down,
be-
but I don't think it's
Not that rapid.
cratered. I don't
yeah,
think it's
and he's
cratered,
pitching
yeah.
in a better ballpark for pitchers and all this jazz, and just like he's gonna have Bailey stealing strikes for him, who's just like there's so many things that contribute to the
True.
success of pitchers at pitching in Oracle that
Correct.
it's like it's ridiculous. But I think that was a little aggressive by FanGraphs. And then
Yeah.
I agreed with you a lot on the Robbie Ray as well. I don't
Right.
like. I do think dark horse prediction. There is a chance that Verlander goes more innings than Robbie Ray. I could see that being not a crazy outside the box thing happening.
What's predicted for him? For Ray?
Robbie Ray, 108 innings. I thought it would be more than that.
That's
I
it?
thought, especially for a
Yeah.
number 2, I would think run 150.
135, 140, or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, and I see that about being where he sits at. And I think everything else, like you were saying, is pretty much that seemed pretty much like Robbie Ray. It's
Yeah,
like a
okay.
high 3 ERA.
High 3.
Probably more strikeouts than what they were thinking, because he is that's his forte. He's not really a pitch to contact necessarily kind of guy. He strikes quite a few guys
He's a
out.
strikeout pitcher.
But he is absolutely one of those dudes where it's just super bipolar, going out there, pitching his ass
Know what
off,
you're gonna
and
get.
super
Jekyll and
good,
Hyde.
and then hence the 3. I had him at a 3.88, and that's an optimistic prediction. It could be like a 3.92, something like that, but high 3s.
The web prediction I thought was almost spot on. The ERA is a little bit low, but that's very reasonable.
Yeah,
195
I agree.
innings, 3.2 a good FIP, a good whip.
Mhm.
To me, that's Webb. But Hicks, I can't. How can you judge Hicks and Harrison because they haven't gone a full season?
No,
Yeah.
At least,
you
at
can't.
least with Ray and Verlander, they got history.
They
They're
got the
coming off
history books
injury,
on them.
but they
Mhm.
got history. Hicks and Harrison, on the other hand, they haven't. Neither of them have gone a full season.
They're still growing and trying to break their arms in for a full season.
No.
You know.
Yep.
So it's.
I know you're high on Dilly's high on Harrison. I know that.
What's
I'm
Verlander's
high on him if
prediction?
he throws hard.
What was that, real quick, Kyle?
What's Verlander's prediction on innings this year? Like
They said
120?
117.
117. Yeah, I think that's
according to
what it was.
FanGraphs, with a 4 ERA. That's
So figure he pitches about as much as Hicks did last year.
right. Which is
See, I feel like that.
That doesn't seem right though. It seems like
doesn't.
120 is good for Verlander, but it just doesn't seem right the other way around. Like he should get way more innings than Verlander. I don't know, at least by 25 or 30. I don't know. That's weird.
It's going to be the big, and I kind of I don't know. Did you watch the show when Vince was on there, Dilly?
I got pieces of it. Vince is awesome.
He's awesome, isn't he?
He's awesome.
I liked what he said about the competition between Harrison and Birdsong. Maybe that's going to be the determination on who's going to be your fifth starter, which is fine because if whoever quote unquote loses out will still be pitching a lot in Sacramento in
absolutely.
AAA. So
and
I like that idea.
That's a good problem to have. Having too much young talent like that's a good problem to have.
I'd have six. I'd have 6 and keep them all up, and then keep
I would
everyone
agree.
fresh.
Well, I'm wondering what
that
they're
would
going to
be
do.
The best.
They got.
Well, I have 5. I've been saying 6 man for 2 seasons before this. Just keep because Harrison and Birdsong will go further in the season. All those days will compound over the season, and they won't be as blown out. I mean, look what the Dodgers are doing. Oh yeah, we have 6. And they got Kershaw today to re-sign. Who knows? They're we don't even know what he's going to do, but. It's you guys, damn it. You can't say you suck.
He's going to fill up the Gatorade bucket.
Yeah, right. Now, here's a question I want to ask you guys. Because how many bullpen spots? Is it 7 or 8? I can't remember. If you go a 4-man bench, is it 7 or 8?
I think it's 8 because you had the core 4. So you had Casilla, Romo.
I'm trying to remember last year.
Affel, and
because I know if you go with a smaller bench, you could have more of a bullpen.
You do.
I think
right.
If it's a 4-man bench, it's an 8-man
Lopez.
bullpen.
That's what I was thinking.
Right. And if it's a 5-man bench, it's a 7. So what do you think they do? Because what are you going to do with Beck, Wynn, Roop, Birdsong? I think Birdsong may be in AAA. You got Jelly, Rodriguez.
You could shift somebody into the bullpen later around late July and go down to a 5. But I mean, I'd personally rather take a longer starting rotation at 6 because it's going to keep.
But the problem is,
but
then you lose either a bench player or a spot in the rotation or a spot in the bullpen.
Yeah.
That's the issue. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It sounds great, but you better be good.
It's chest. Yeah, because with a 5-man right now as it's constituted, if you think that dudes are going to start struggling to go deep into games, like when we expect Harrison or Hicks or whoever else in the rotation start petering out and oh yeah, I gave you 4 and that's all I've got, you're going to be leaning on that bullpen quite a bit.
And what if somebody gets hurt?
Well, yeah, then at that point you're fine. The problem of the whole do we carry extra bullpen arms or whatever is kind of fixes itself. But if they don't go deep into games, you're gonna need extra bullpen arms. But if you do a 6-man, maybe they do go deeper into games, and then you don't need extra. So it's right. Well,
that's
how
sports
do you want to
you just
feel
don't know.
this out? Exactly. Which route do you want to take?
But here's the problem with the 6-man, because if 3 of your 6 can only go 3 or 4 innings, now your freaking bullpen's getting absolutely decimated That's a problem that you're going to run into. You know what I'm saying? So it's
yes and no, because
Right.
the hope is with a 6-man is that they go deeper.
they
that
go,
would be
yeah, right.
That would
We
be
just
the
need to
point
start
of having
deferring
a
money.
6-man.
That's all we got to do. We fix all the problems.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't even get me started on that crap.
Can we
Don't wanna
defer
piss me-
Tom Murphy until next
Defer
year?
Tom Murphy. I know.
Can we just like defer
Yeah.
him until his contract's over? I like with all of my heart want to see Sam Huff like be the backup catcher. I think
But
he
Our problem
looks-
is they're paying $4 million to freaking.
I know. And
I
it
know.
sucks, but I'm just saying Sam Huff, big ass dude, hits bombs. He's young. I don't know what he is defensively, but it doesn't matter because he's a backup catcher anyway. So it's like whoopie doo. Tom Murphy sucks behind the plate. We got him for his bat. So it's not like you're going to be trading defense. I want to see him get some at bats because I
You
think
think maybe Sam Huff? It's possible. Maybe he's because they're carrying 3 catchers, right?
Yeah, I believe
He's
so.
on the 26 man, right?
I can't remember
Or
if
is
it
he
was
on
him
the
or someone
40?
else, but I can't remember if it was him or someone else, but I hope it's him because I genuinely and didn't they say that there was an open competition for the backup catcher role? Isn't
maybe
that
they did.
something that I'm pretty
Let me
sure
look
that's
this.
something I've
I
heard
don't know.
somewhere. But
Oh yeah, they don't
regardless,
even have it yet. Yeah, he's on the 40.
I want him to get a shot because I think he's got a lot of raw talent, raw materials there, and it'd be fun to see him do his stuff because
Oh,
I think his ceiling is much higher than Tom Murphy's.
there you go. And that's what Salsa's saying. He goes, I don't think they care. Read somewhere that they weren't high on Murphy at all.
Yeah, and honestly, you know what? How about this? Think about it like this: you ditched Taylor Rogers to be able to ditch Tom Murphy. So Taylor Rogers' contract paid for Tom Murphy to get DFA'd. So
Maybe that's what it is.
there you go.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh.
What did you think about damn, let me bring that up. About what Kruko said about Patrick Bailey, dude. He wasn't mincing any words, was he?
I don't know if I heard what he said about Patrick Bailey.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was today.
Today.
Oh, here it is
yeah,
right here.
Tuesday,
Hold
he's
on.
Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, it can't be hard.
Hold on, let me listen to this real quick. Find it.
Yeah, it's Kype on Wednesdays, and then yeah, Kruko Tuesday, Thursday.
Oh, here we go. So here it is. Oh man, this was Kruko this morning on Murph and Marcus asking about what do you want to see in Patrick Bailey. Listen to this.
Well, I want to see him be in shape. You know, it happens to a lot of young players. It happened to me. I mean, once you get it to the big league level and you realize this is a long season. And the other thing too, you have to realize is that you're not playing for a 6-month season. You're playing for a 7-month season. And you have to work not only during the off season, but during the season. I mean, it's very commonplace to walk into a clubhouse after a game and see guys come in, take out their uni, strap on their tennis shoes, and head into the weight room and work out just to maintain their strength. And that's something he hasn't learned yet. And for a catcher, no position gets more exposed for a guy, you know, hitting the fatigue factor more than the catcher. And I thought last year he was gassed, and it really showed. And it showed not just in his at bats; it showed in his defense. Congratulations to him for winning a Gold Glove. I mean, you know that's every player's
Let me
dream.
backtrack a little
Backhanded.
bit.
Professional baseballs to win a Gold Glove. It validates your talent with the glove, and that's a big source of pride for big league players. And but now you got to be able to do it for 6 and 7 months, and that's something that I hope he learned last year, that he wasn't ready to go to the 6th month. I don't know what they would have done had they gotten to the 7th month. He was gassed, but I want to see him in better shape.
There you go. Wants to see him in better shape.
I think there's
That-
truth to
we
that.
all said that he fell off. I didn't know what it was, but it sounds like he just didn't condition himself to be ready to go for a full season.
Doing too much.
same-
too. Like
the
switch
same
hitter
exact
and
thing.
catcher. Like, man,
Yeah, he needs to be a lefty. He just needs to be a lefty.
He needs to be a lefty. Just drop the bat on the right side. Like, forget it. I don't know.
I think there's a lot of truth behind that because catcher is a unique position in the sense, obviously, that it's probably one of the most strenuous positions to play because you're just constantly every single pitch all the time in the squad. Like it takes a toll. It's the exact same thing happened to Posey and every catcher who's ever caught ever. Posey would bulk up and be like, "Holy crap, Posey! Are you gonna make it down to first base? Like what?
Right.
Dude, you don't look. You're not in shape at all." But it's because he's all like stocked up hibernation status at the beginning of the season, and then by the end of the season,
it thins out.
Posey, you look emaciated, dude. Eat a sandwich. Like what's going on? Like,
and the funny thing, remember what they said about Bailey last year? He said he had to put on the calories. He said, I need to put on the calories, but I think
he looked like it. He looked when I saw him show up to spring training and I saw him like at the beginning of the season, I was like, dude, you look unathletic. You look like you're like overweight.
Yes,
but
not muscle.
By the end of the season, that was not the case. He went back to being what his like normal sitting weight is.
Right.
That's when he got gassed. So I think there's truth to what Kruko was saying. And the fact that he needs to maybe have a better program
during
in the sense
in-season program.
A better maintenance. Too. Yeah, a better maintenance program, but also preseason. If you want to bulk up, you have to do the dirty bulk and get some heft on you. But you can also put on some of that more longevity conditioning type bulk. And so I think he needs to work in a little bit more of the. Because you bulk up and get all thick, you burn that off quick, and then we get the Bailey who gets gassed. The muscle aspect and the whole like conditioning aspect throughout the season, that'll stick with you a little bit better.
Yeah. What do you think of this? A lot of people have said this in the chat when we talk about Bailey. You guys agree or disagree? Should he just bat from the left?
I think so.
Instead of being a switch hitter. Just simplify things.
Just take off one hat. Just take off one hat. I mean,
right. That's shit you have to worry about.
It's like, okay, so I think
the
mental and physical aspect of it is exactly the same because if you're going to go play a whole game, you're going to work out before, do whatever you got to do, then get treatment, play a game, work out after. But then also, you got to sit there behind the plate in a live pro game. And you got to start banking up here. Okay, like this guy, like you're trying to learn every little like Posey did. Like this guy moves his foot a little bit, and you're logging that and have to mentally remember, like, what does this guy do common? And you have to remember that over and over and over after season. Like, okay, I've been playing with this guy in the National League. Oh wait, now both leagues are blend. You know, it's just like, so you're just burned up here, just burned. So you got to like, it's a lot of work.
That's a good point there, Kyle, because it's not just the physical, it's also the mental aspect of the game. And a lot of that gets kind of lost by the wayside, so to speak.
Because of analytics.
Yeah.
And you know what? I had this thought the other day because I read something on Twitter or whatever about it. And it was a good point. I wonder how much his concussion screwed his batting ability.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Because I wonder if because he was fine before that, obviously. It was still early in the season, though. So it's like it could have been one of those like inconvenient or very coincidental timing things where, oh, you got concussed, but it was also kind of midway through the season, back end, whatever. And so I wonder if he just wasn't right from that. Because there's a lot of head stuff going on. Because Rizzo was never right after he got doinked in the head.
And they said they brought him back too early, talking about New York.
And then he had to take himself out because he was just not right. And then same with like Joe Panic. When he got doinked in the head,
he wasn't the same.
Never the same.
Marco Scutero, when he got clobbered, it was during infield. Brendan Bell
second base by Holiday, right?
Yeah. No, it was no. That was the collision.
Oh, that was the collision. Yeah, that's right.
It was a pregame. They were doing pregame drills. belt through a ball and clocked him right in the head.
That's
and he wasn't
right.
the same after that either. And
So-
here's the thing is Bailey also supposedly had some concussions while he was in college as well. So it's not
Yeah.
like his first rodeo as far as concussions. And I think Dan's in the chat. He can attest to what concussions can do to somebody. So maybe there is something to that.
I wonder how much that played into him just not being right. And because
Could be.
he absolutely did run out of gas. I will not. And I will say at the beginning of the season, he had some wheels on him for like he was legging out doubles a couple of times. Like I remember watching some games and I was like, hey, come July, this is not going to happen. So
wasn't
like,
it that one? Did he
while
almost
you
hit for
can.
the cycle?
I vaguely
Last
remember
year,
something like that.
wasn't there something or he almost hit for the cycle? Something
I think it
to
was
that
everything
effect?
but a triple.
I think it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
so
getting ready to run for that triple, but he held it. Remember? He was trying,
Yeah.
he wanted to leg it out, but he was like, oh, no.
Oh, wait, you talking about Bailey or Posey?
Bailey.
Bailey,
last year.
yeah. Does anyone out there know what he played outside of catcher?
Nope.
He always just been
I
catcher.
don't. He might just always have been. I think
Maybe
I
first
think so.
base?
I think it's just been catcher because I also vaguely remember like watching a video a while ago about I think it was his dad saying that you need to be a switch hitter because a switch hitting catcher is not a thing that happens like ever, and that'll give you better props to get farther in baseball if you want to take it as your career.
That's a lot of time.
Something like that.
working
So
on that.
like if his dad's whispering in his ear like, hey, be a switch
Right.
hitter from a young age, then whatever. But yeah, I think the concussion call might be a good shout. So if that's the case, if that's what's like screwed him in the back half of the season, or at least contributed, because didn't he right at like the end start turning it around a little bit? I swear, like right at the very tail,
Right at the
tail
end,
end,
maybe?
he started turning it around a little bit or catching his stride. I just remember listening to a post game where he was interviewing and saying like, yeah, it feels good to kind of be coming out of it a little bit and like starting to figure things out at the plate and blah, blah, blah. Just PR stuff. But
Yeah.
I just remember hearing that at the end of the season. So hopefully next year he's not going to get concussed.
That's tough behind the plate.
Who's the pitcher? He played for the Giants. I know his face, tipped my tongue. You mentioned Joe Panic, and it struck a chord. He's a pitcher for the Rockies. He pitched for the Giants. He's a left-hander.
Anderson?
No, I know his name. It's like, oh my God.
Wasn't it Tyler Anderson?
Ty Block.
Ty Block.
His dad's best friend told him, because he's right-handed everything, and told him like, hey, if like you're good at throwing, if you can throw left-handed and be pretty good at it, your odds of getting like to pro ball are way better than like a right-handed pitcher, because you always need lefties, whether it's bat, arm. It's kind of weird and unique with the Giants. I don't know how that is across baseball, but at least for those like years there, it's like Crawford threw right-handed, he batted left-handed. Bumgarner batted right-handed, threw left-handed. Ty Block was right-handed, even though that's all he did was pitch, but threw left-handed. Like Pablo Sandoval was right-handed, but a switch hitter. Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I thought Pablo Sandoval
weird?
was left. Like, I swear it wasn't Sandoval a lefty field, like gloved lefty, and then had to learn how to.
I don't know.
field
I think he was a
right-handed.
right-handed glove.
Yeah, it was some weird. Yeah, he had to learn how to. Yes.
I swear he had to.
He
switch
was a
his
lefty,
glove
but he
hand.
had to learn.
Yeah, because he was a catcher, so
Yeah.
he was like, he had to figure
my
it out.
God. He would have been
Yeah.
great.
Something like-
he could have blocked
something
everything.
weird
Just
like
sit there. Just don't move. But right to the chest.
All right, guys. Hey, I got to get ready. I'm
Me
already
too. I was
going
about to say I'm gonna go too. So, all right, guys.
Alrighty.
Everyone,
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it, man. And we'll see you on the next one, buddy.
see ya.
Peace out, guys.
All right, Dilly. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for hopping on. I wanted to get your takes on pitching because I know that's kind of like your forte, so to speak. So I wanted to,
I like me some pitching.
yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. So we'll see what's up.
Yep.
Again,
All right.
some question marks, and we'll see what happens. All right, Dilly, man. Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy.
Peace out.
All right. Oh, I got it. What's up, Senior? What you got? Yes, Senior. I'm still here. I'm waiting with bated breath. Oh, oh, let's see. I know what you're doing here. Hold on 1 second to be. Hold on. Let me find it on here. That shit's funny. Ah, shit. Let me do this. Hold on. I might have to do a search for this. That shit was so funny. I'm probably gonna have to do. I have to do a search for this. I probably have to do a search for this. I ain't gonna. It's not in the timeline. Let's see if I can find it. Wait, is that it? Do you just? Thanks, Salsa. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, email it to me. Yeah. Email it to me. It's way easier. Way easier. Thank you, sir. Bring up my email here. Oh, that's great. Where is? Can I do this? Yeah, I guess I can do it there, right there. Wait, hold on. Is it working? That's just a JPEG. That's just a JPEG. That's just a JPEG, man. You got to send me the link to Twitter. Yeah, send me the actual link to Twitter for that one. Otherwise, I could try to find it on here. Maybe I'll find it on here. Or can I just do a damn search? Big. I got it. Whoop, up, back. This is great. All right, here we go. You guys remember Big Al? Oh, yeah. San Jose Sharks. I'll get to that. Thank you. San Jose Sharks. I'll get to that. Remember Big Al? Still out there hitting dingers? Check him out now.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Hi, my name is Alfred D'Elia. At home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Still hitting dingers.
They don't even call me that anymore. I'm not that big. Yeah, I got in the box. I was hit one pitch. I got that pitch, and I didn't miss it. So, really excited.
Coach, the legend of Big Al. We saw that he still indeed does hit dingers.
Yeah, that was a big spot there. You know, getting us going. He was super excited running around those bases. But yeah, the legend continues, and hopefully he can hit some more as the season goes on.
There you go, Big Al, still hitting dingers. Talk about totally different, man. Good gosh, man. It was just baby fat, right? That's all it was, baby fat. Yep. Oh, thanks, Dan. You send it too. Right on. All right. You wanted to ask me, or you wanted to talk about Civil War generals, right, San Jose? For those of you guys want to get going, that's fine. I'm just going to San Jose Sharks. He had a question about Civil War generals and who would I want. Was it on any side? What was the exact question there, San Jose Sharks, before I get out of here? All right, where are we at here to make sure I'm ready to go? Just waiting on you, San Jose. Kyle. Which general would you want and which side would it be? It'd be a Union side. I'll tell you what, though. On the Confederates had a couple of good generals, man. How come I can't remember? It's definitely Stonewall Jackson. Stonewall Jackson was a hell of a leader. Hell of a leader. So that's a guy I would absolutely love to have on my side. Who am I thinking of? The name escapes me. I'm sorry. I wish I was better on that. Jeb Stewart, he had a little bit of an ego. If I was to pick anybody, give me WTS. WTS is the guy I want, not AP Hill. WTS. Anyone know who WTS is? Take a guess. WTS. That's the guy I want on my side. He understood. Yes, PMG. Yes, Just Minx. William Tecumseh Sherman. That's the guy I want on my side. He understood total war. He didn't set it on fire. A little bit of an exaggeration, but he absolutely decimated the Georgia breadbasket, so to speak. Absolutely. The Confederates wanted war. Well, he gave them war. 100%. William Tecumseh Sherman. Of course, you can't pass on U.S. Grant. Cannot pass on U.S. Grant. Grant was absolutely fantastic. As a matter of fact, we just passed the anniversary of when he took Fort Henry and Fort Donelson. One of the very first Union victories, as a matter of fact, was Fort Henry and Fort Donelson. So there you go. Kyle. Yeah, I get it, Graham. I get it. I understand. There's no love loss of General Sherman in the South. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Cryptic. All right, guys. Hey, it was fun. It was a good exercise today, talking about the rotation. Where do we think? Again, I used FanGraphs just as a baseline. I gave my opinions. Guys are killing me. But yeah, it was Sergeant Hulk. Hancock. Hancock was another great general. Absolutely. General Hancock. Yeah, man. You want to talk about a guy? He ran the Second Corps. That was his corps, man. The Second Corps. Anyways. It was fun talking about this stuff. Tomorrow, I don't know. Do we want to do? I really don't want to do position players yet. I kind of want to wait a little bit on position players, a little bit further into spring training, and then we could get into some position players. Maybe we do the bullpen tomorrow. Maybe. All right. Yes, that is correct, Kyle. 100%. Chancellorsville. Yeah, Chancellorsville. That was a hell of a freaking operation. It took a lot of guts. Dividing your army in the face of opposition, right there, Graham. You never divide your army in the face of a stronger army. You just don't do that. But he did it. Unfortunately, it cost him his greatest general. A little bit of friendly fire kind of did him in. It makes you wonder what would have happened. Because only a few weeks later, right, the Battle of Gettysburg. Yeah, a few weeks, maybe a month or so, something like that. What if you had Stonewall Jackson at Gettysburg? What would have that turned out to be? So again, little counterfactual stuff. It's all good. Anyways, let's get out of here. Guys, enjoy the rest of your night. We will see you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. You guys be good, and we'll see you in the next one. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.